We are still carrying out corpses. Z military correspondent Kalashnikov grounded the Russians regarding Avdevka. The battle for Avdevka costs the Russian army colossal sacrifices. It is still too early to talk about the complete capture of the city, assures Z military correspondent Maxim Kalashnikov. The Kremlin propaganda is in vain spreading the victorious mood about Avdevka. It is too early to talk about the complete capture of the Ukrainian city. Fighting is taking place in the suburbs. Far-right Russian Z military correspondent Maxim Kalashnikov wrote about this on his blog, Dialogue.ua reports. He called on Russians not to believe the TV, which promises that Avdevka will be captured by the Russian army any day now. Russian troops were only able to penetrate to the outskirts of the city. The battle for the outskirts of Avdevka continues. A bridgehead in Avdevka has been obtained. It's bad, but there's no choice. This one came at the cost of hundreds of lives. We're still carrying out the corpses. Well, it was cold, writes Kalashnikov. In fact, he greatly understates the losses of the Russian army during the 3 months of the big offensive. We are talking about thousands of liquidated occupiers on this section of the front. Journalists from the Telegraph noted that, using UAV video, they counted the corpses of more than 100 Russian soldiers on a very small section of the front near Avdevka. The Russians are not even trying to evacuate these rotting bodies. In general, Kalashnikov noted, near Avdevka, the attack drones of the armed forces of Ukraine caused the most trouble for Russians. The number of UAVs the Russians had in this area decreased sharply after the Ukrainian armed forces launched a very successful strike against Sudoplatov's group near Ilovaisk, which specialized specifically in unmanned systems. Every day 4 to 5 gifts arrive at each of the positions, causing destruction, injury and death. We have several drones, and we are forced to save them. Only units that have sponsors to buy drones and electronic warfare equipment. The remaining units are just potential dead and wounded. Tanks costing billions no longer rule.